What's going on? Hey, I'm actually very excited today. Your host, NOIZ.I TV, here with another episode of NOIZ.I Talks with Friends. This is a long,
awaited. Been a long time coming.
Hey, it's been a long awaited
Long time coming.
episode.
Yes.
With my guest today. I'm going to give a little background with my guest, and then he's going to, introduce himself. We go way back. Childhood.
Yeah.
Childhood.
Yeah.
I actually want to give him his flowers real quick. One of the first people to actually kind of like let me be myself in real time, because he was just as quirky as I was. And, as life grew, we kind of separated just because, life is life. We all go different paths. But I do want to actually thank you for being one of those friends who, like, he didn't even have to understand, but he just was very open to who I was. Because, like, I was a weird, awkward child. But he was one of the first people that kind of, like, helped me open up and just be myself, So I want to thank you for that. Yeah, so today we have
Austin Ryan.
Austin Wallace.
That's me.
Who are you? What do you do?
I'm in a different spot in my life right now. Been growing up here, but my name's Austin. Like I said, me and Zion go way back.
A little closer.
Oh, sorry about that.
You're good.
We go way back. Childhood friends. And like I said, before I get started on all about me, I appreciate you giving my flowers. I'm going to give you your flowers. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, wow.
Very proud of you.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I look at the setup. I look at all this. I'm very proud of this guy right here, okay? Because like I said, I've always known this guy's got it, okay? He's always had it. I've been very proud of the guy watching the pod grow and all this stuff. And now that I actually get here and get to see all the stuff that he's got going on, I'm very proud of this guy. So, yeah. Back, like I said, me, I stay in Springfield, Ohio, 937, stand up.
Stand up.
So, yeah, and, I'm working. I'm going back to school.
Congratulations.
Yes, going back to school. Going to try and become a physical therapy assistant. And, we're just in the works with that. So, that's how it's getting down nowadays.
I appreciate you. So, for people who are new to the channel, it is NOIZ.I Talks with Friends with your host, NOIZ.I TV. This is episode 39. We're very close to 40. Thank you for everyone who watches, who likes, who shares, who comments, all that good stuff. It's amazing. Today, I only have 4 questions. I told him I only have 4 questions. He said, that's fine, because I usually have 6. For the people who are new, I do a series of questions for the interviewee. They have no idea what they are, just because I like organic, raw conversation. I like catch people off guard or whatever. At the end, I let the interviewee ask me any questions that they have. They get 2 questions. So Austin, are you ready?
Very.
Okay. Question number 1. So in our friend group, I'm not gonna say in our friend group because I'm not gonna. I don't want to say like we're in a friend group, but we grew up.
Yeah, I got you.
We grew up together. We have a series of people who grew up together.
Yes.
With how this is a 2-parter.
Okay.
So with how like everyone's lives is like, do you believe that you are in a traditional world or a non-traditional world? And what I mean by that is there are, again, people in our friend group. Mm-hmm. Who kind of live the stigma of marry your high school sweetheart, have the job, you're kind of happy, being content, whatever, like blah, 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 blah. Like, do you believe that you're in that tradition, or do you believe that it's just like where do you fall with that?
Not at all.
This is interesting.
I'm not at all on that one.
You gotta.
I used to be on that track, right? And there was a point in my life where I was really like heavy on that track. Like I knew that was probably like what was going down. Life hits you a little different. I met a couple, different people, put me on a couple different things. And in that group, a lot of people, which is nothing wrong with wanting to stay in Springfield and be in Springfield because that's like homey. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be in Springfield. I want to get out of there. Nothing wrong with it, but no, I don't think that I'm in that path at all.
So when you do see that your friends, first of all, do you believe that your friends are in that path at all?
Yeah.
How do you view that?
The marriage, the high school sweetheart, getting,
Wanting to have
house,
kids,
cats, kids, got the white picket fence, they got it all.
Right.
They got it all.
Right.
Like I said, I used to think that I was going to be going down that path, but it just, I got by myself for a while, and I learned I don't want to do that. That's not where I want to be. I want to do my own thing, have my own kind of gig. And like I said, props to them. Love them, love all of them, but that's just not where I'm gonna end up at this point.
So with that, like, what makes you not want it anymore? Because obviously, like you said, your life is kind of, you by yourself, or you just want to be more free. Basically, is what you're saying. What makes you want to be more free versus what you see them doing? Like why is there such a difference for you in that? Be honest here.
We are only here for a limited time, brother.
Come on.
We are only here for a limited time. I want to see as much as I possibly can. And I had a little scare. This is kind of almost what put me on, really. I had a little scare, like, with my heart. I don't know if we've talked about this before or not. But, like, when I was coaching at Central, I would, like, go out and, like, practice with the kids, and I would check my Apple Watch. My heart would be at 210, just thumping. I was never that before. I must have got COVID or something like that, or I don't know what it was, and I got super sick. And then when I went back, cardio, done. Couldn't do it. And I'm like, man, I could be like, that could be it for me. 210, I could drop it any second if I'm running. And I loved working out. I stopped working out for probably 6 months. I didn't hoop. I was literally just going out doing stagnant stuff, fishing, which I still love. But like, I was like, if I do anything, I could croak. And I don't want to croak right now. I don't want to be done right now. So then after that, kind of like, I got out of my own head, really. That like maybe I just have terrible anxiety and I'm in a bad point in my life right now, which is wild, right? I never thought that I would be the one to have anxiety. Would go into full-blown panic attacks at my house, chilling by myself, like, oh my gosh, and this is gonna happen, and this, and what about this is going on? I would start tweaking, and that kind of like put me on to like, once I got past that, I was like, let me do everything that I can to see as much as I can before I go.
Bro, you bring up such, because I don't want to talk about that, because I've also had a lot of panic attacks, like where I'm just like sitting there on my phone, and then I know where I'd be like, I'm like, whoa, what is that? Like, what is this? And like, because like I don't know where you come from as far as like understanding anxiety and all that, and like depression, all that stuff. I was the type of person who didn't believe in it. Yeah. Like, I'm like,
same.
It's just a word. You just have it because you're crazy or blah, blah, blah. Like, so actually going through it, I'm like, oh, this is a real thing. Mm-hmm. But like you said, kind of like seeing like the bigger scale of it, where I do want to live life a little more. And like, I think the reason why I asked you about tradition is because like in the world of the friends that we have, they are in that position, and not saying that they're living lives that are just content, whatever, but maybe sometimes that's just how I view it, because I chose to not associate myself with that. So the second part of that is like, now that you understand where you are, not by yourself, but just in your life, what do you associate yourself with now? Now, I mean, obviously you don't see that tradition is something that you want. What do you associate yourself with?
What do you mean, like?
Like, how do you live your life? I mean, obviously you say freely, you want to view stuff, but like,
yeah, I'm very, I don't want to say like careless, but like if there's an opportunity there, I'm gonna take it. I'm going for it, and trust me, made some bad decisions here. Not every one that I've went down has not been the right path, but I've learned from that. And then that was another thing. Like when I really sat down and like. Like you said, with anxiety and depression, like you think back, like, man, I could have done this, and been in a completely different spot. I didn't do that. There's nothing that I can do about that now that's going to change that. So why not? Let's just accept that and figure out where we're at. Let's live for today. Let's stop trying to plan ahead. Let's stop worrying about the past. What can I do today to make myself better today for tomorrow? That makes sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so I still want to kind of continue on that with like our friends and stuff. Mm-hmm. So we grew up, and I think one of the coolest, kind of most awkwardest moment was seeing Austin, Kobe, Kelly, and Jordan at Jordan's wedding for the first time in like 10 years. It's
been a while.
It's been a while. Probably since like 2017.
Yeah, it had been
So like
since
7
senior year.
So like so like 7 years, 8 years. First time I've ever seen them in years.
Yeah.
It was awkward for me because like I was telling myself, I was like, this is about to be the same thing. I'm about to say what's up, blah blah blah. But like, you know, when we saw each other for the first time, I'm like, this is Austin. Like I completely was just confused. I was like, this is Kobe, this is Jordan. So growing up together.
Yeah.
This isn't the second question, by the way, but growing up together and like, you know, with everybody else, seeing each other as adults, how surreal is that for you?
Oh, it's being in both Jordan and Kobe's wedding was absolutely insane. It was absolutely insane. Like I'm standing there, like I said, you guys were my best friends. Obviously, the crew that we're talking about, that is my solid best friends. I always know I'll do anything for every single one of these people. And I'm standing up there. Their life is changing completely.
In front of your eyes.
In front of my eyes.
Yeah.
I get to be a part of it, thank the Lord. Like I said, even if I'm not in it, I attend, and that's fine. But like I said, it's just insane like they're living a completely different life than I'm living right now. And I'm living a completely different life than I thought I was going to be living right now. I'm not mad at it at all. But it's just so wild to see, like, I don't know, sometimes I get worried. Sometimes I get worried about them. I'm like, are they going to be all right, like, by themselves like that in this situation? I get worried about some
okay.
things.
Okay, so that goes in question 2, but I'm going to stay with here just for a little bit more. So, like, you've seen them getting married and all that stuff, and then you kind of, you know, look back into yourself. So, obviously, you said tradition is not something that you want to do, but, like, seeing them go down a different path, do you ever feel like you can't do certain stuff either around them or... Because obviously you can talk about it like, hey, bro, like I just did this, blah, blah, blah. But like because they're officially married, you feel like, and like you're not single, but like, do you feel like you have to like make a boundary with them because they're married?
I think in the time that like I was by myself, I mean, you and me are like one and the same.
Yeah.
Like I'd go out there and I'd just talk my goofy stuff, and they'd be like, I can't believe Austin said that. Or they'd be the same with you. Like even back when we would hang, we're like, what? Bro, Zion said this, that, and the other. Like when me and you would get together, I think that we would just like, I don't know. Not that we have like no filter, but like
we don't have a filter at all.
That's
we
fair.
We really don't.
Yeah, but it's like we're not. Like they know what they're getting when they hang out with us and when they see us. They know I'm going to say goofy stuff.
Whatever.
You know? Yeah. So I don't feel like I had a boundary.
Come on. You can say it. Whatever.
I don't know. Not with them.
No,
Not
yeah.
with them.
With their women?
Yeah, but that's just because it's like...
It's a respect thing.
Right, yeah. I'm not about to... Like, I've grown up with the solid group that I'm with that y'all can know. Y'all can know.
Yeah.
I don't care if y'all know, but, you know. I'll set a boundary. I guess that's setting a boundary with myself to not let... I don't know. It's
no. I mean, that kind of makes it goes both ways because you can set about we'll let that die. I want to see if there's anything else in there as far as that. Okay, one last sub question for going to question number 2. Why do you think I separated from that group? Or not maybe like I separated, but like why do you think we went to different paths? Like me versus you, Kobe, and all them.
I think you've always had the guts to do it. And like I said, I've always known that. Like I knew, and that's why I've always hyped you up with it. Like, and I will always support you with it. Like I said, you got it. If you ever need anything positive, I will be there to tell you to go for it every single time because I'm confident in you. Like I've always seen that, and I see it like. I want to say that I see it with all my friends, like the path that they can go down and be great at. I think that some of them are on. I think that you're on it. You know, I think that's why I was like, not that you're like different, but like this is what you've loved to do. And you've just had the guts to actually go do it. I'll sit there all day and be like, bro, I need to stream. I need to do this. I need to make a YouTube video.
Right.
I never did it. But now, like I said, but I would say that to you and you'd be like, yeah. I never did anything. You've done something. And now look. And that's like I said, that's why I'm proud of you. Like this is amazing. All this stuff is amazing. I'm very proud of you.
I think the reason why I asked that is because I felt like I feel like you guys hated me for some reason. And because we were, God, I won't lie, we were literally just on the phone with our friends, Kobe and Kelly, talking about like, because I'm a low key put on the spot there, Kobe. So Kobe's having a little get together for his birthday, I think tomorrow, whatever. And like, I wasn't invited, but I also wasn't invited to Kobe's wedding. I had to ask Jordan. I couldn't ask Kobe because like me and Kobe, we were never like close. I've always wanted to be close with Kobe, but like we were never close. But like I never went to Kobe's wedding, and he's having a birthday thing tomorrow. I was kind of salty about both because I'm like, I know you. We spent a lot of time together. Why is there such a disconnect? Like, I don't know if he feels like I dislike him, because I don't, but I just don't think we've ever had that conversation. And then with Jordan, and again, I'm name dropping because I love you guys. With Jordan, I felt like Jordan can only talk to me when it was only about sports. And that I understood, but we never, like, I could never talk to Jordan about like anything. Same with, just those two. And then with Austin, I felt like Austin and I separated because of, I don't know. I really feel like everyone in that group, including Kelly, until just now, was like, you guys viewed me as something different than what I was. To my knowledge, have never changed from little kid to now, like never. Yeah. And not saying that you guys have changed, that you guys haven't changed, but I think you guys are somewhat in the same state, like mindset. And I think I've kind of maybe outgrown. So I think I somewhat outgrown you guys just a little bit because, and it goes back to the whole tradition thing, is because I feel like you guys were just content with where you were at. And to me, hold on, Tanisha, I'm doing a NOIZ.I talk real quick.
Oh, okay.
Are you okay? What's up? No,
nothing. Call me back.
I'll call you back. So I feel like I outgrew you guys because I thought that you guys were in tradition. We would always talk about doing stuff great as kids, but no one took it as serious. So like when I saw that you guys weren't serious, I'm like, okay, well maybe I just have to separate myself and go do it. And like that's what you just said, you were serious about doing it. But I feel like I outgrew you guys because I think as a child I understood stuff a lot more than you guys did because, hate to say it, as much as they were friends, they were also bullies. Hate to say it.
I was about to say.
They were also bullies, and I think that I carried that through my entire life. Like even maybe until this day, there's a lot of stuff that I blame you guys for because like I still do it. Like like I don't know. Like let's say I wear the color blue, but they hated it. But I do it because they hated it. Like stuff like that. I don't know, but like. How do you feel about me saying that? And then we'll go into question number 2.
And like I said,
and don't hold back, bro. Because I'm about to say, just be honest.
Our group had like that certain like thing. Like we all knew that we were gonna like clown each other. So like no matter what we did that was off of like probably sports and like dating or something like that, like we would just you were gonna get clowned for doing something
now
ordinary.
Would you would you agree that I was the main one getting clowned though?
Oh yeah, because you were doing stuff that we were like not gonna do.
But that's so interesting to me though, because like I think I was just who I was.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand why it was so different. So like when I went to other schools, I made for damn sure that none of that was going to happen anymore. Right. So like I became what my friends were to me.
That's fair.
So I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I think we were just, and that's just how like we were.
That's how y'all were.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm
not gonna put you in it because, like I said, we would be goofing with you, and like I said, it's because what I think it is because you were doing stuff that like you enjoyed to do. Not that like it was bad, because like I said, if you need anybody to support you, I've always tried my best. Like, yeah, I'll crack jokes and stuff with you, but like if we would always get down to it, I'll be like, bro, like yeah, you got it. Like
it was just different from what you're used to seeing.
Right. So it's like. You knew how to play. I could if you put a piano in front of me right now, I would be the worst piano player in the absolute world. I'd sit there, ding, 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 and not be good. You could go and play a melody and be good with it. And it's not that we were like, that's so.
No, that's cap.
That's what we'll say. That's what
Okay,
we'll say.
okay. I'm about to
But
say
it's
that's
not
cap.
like- it's just because we weren't doing that, you know? And you could do stuff that we couldn't do, which is fine. And like I said, I'm glad that you took that. Like, you were always dead set on, like, this is what you want to do, and this is what I could see you doing. And we didn't do that. Like I said, they get the house, the cars, the cats, the kids, the dogs, and this is what you've always wanted to do. You pursued it and you got it.
And I think I also try to like challenge you guys. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say before we go into question number 2, guys. But I think I wanted to challenge you guys as kids because, you know, I thought in my mind that like the people that we see now who are on the media, whatever, we had an actual chance to do it as kids.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I believed in every single, like, cause you know, we would have everything. We had everything. But I think where I really got salty was like the people cause like even to this day, I can't think of anything that I've done to any of them or you that would cause a reaction for you guys to do something to me. That's why I was hurt for so long. Okay. Like even until like Jordan's wedding, I was like, I don't need to forgive you guys because like we were kids, but I held a grudge forever. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
So see, like, and that's like, I think with our group is like we would say that stuff and goof, but like think that like they know we're clowning, we're goofing.
I knew that though, but
yeah, but sometimes like we were rude.
You were rude.
People, dude.
Oh my gosh.
And like I said, I think everybody said in our friend group to each other has said some rude stuff or done some rude stuff. So like I said, you probably got the extra end of it, which is not fair. But I don't condone bullying. Okay, don't do that stuff.
Don't do it. Mental health is serious.
But yeah, like I said, it's just like every time I would say something, like I didn't truly mean it, unless like there were just times where we would get in battles. And I think that's just how our group was. We were just so like, you're not about to get one up on me, so I'm gonna hurt your feelings. So I'll say something hurtful, then they would say something hurtful. But then at the end of the day, we would all just be like, yeah, I know. Like, don't let anybody else try and say something.
Nah, that wasn't me though, bro. Heck no. But that's a different discussion. No, we could talk about it. Just
Yeah.
We're
here, brother.
Y'all would do that, but I wouldn't react. I would just keep it, and then you guys would be like, "Oh, you're a softy, you're blah blah blah." I'm like, in my mind, why do I have to go out my way to show that I'm hurting you or whatever? I've never wanted to, because like you guys were the first set of friends I've ever had, ever. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna hurt my friends. But then when stuff was done to me, I was like, when I go to this other school, it's not happening. I'm hurting you first before anything. Yeah. So we'll close that door right now. Going to question number 2, switching directions. You were one of the first, and comments, because you guys got mad about black. You don't have to bring race into anything. I bring race into stuff sometimes just because it's worth talking about. So to me, Austin was the first white kid who lived in a 2 separate household. Okay. So you got both ends of that. Like you got positive and negative. Mm-hmm. Where in your life now do you feel like that was a negative? Because like I saw as teenagers, as whatever, like maybe to you it didn't have a toll because like, okay, I'm getting whatever I want, blah, 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 blah. But like, do you feel like it crippled you at all into now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I've realized that as I've gotten older that it did a lot more damage to me than I thought. So that's why like don't bully. Therapy is necessary.
It's necessary. Go do it.
Should do it.
For real.
Oh, facts. So yeah, I think, and I'm not gonna lie, shout out to my girl, Ariana. I love
Ariana.
She put me kind of onto that. Like, it took a lot more out of me because I didn't want y'all to see that it affected me. Right, and I tried to make it like not seem like, oh, yeah, I got split parents, but my Christmas is jumping, boy. I get extra presents.
Yeah, and just real quick, what's crazy about that is like, I think I was the only one who noticed because like everyone else, they were just so, yeah, Austin, woo, blah, blah, blah. But I'm always the one like, because I spent a lot of time with Austin. Like, I'll go to his house all the time. Shout out to his mom and his dad. They took me in, blah, blah, blah. But like, I was always there with Austin, kind of going into sophomore, junior year at his lowest. So kind of like seeing you through that hurt because there's nothing I could do besides watch you go through it. But go ahead.
Yeah, and I didn't, like I said, at the time, I didn't think I was going through anything. Like, I was like, this is just, I'm fine. I'm chilling. And I think, like I said, that goes back to, like, our group. Like, I'm not about to show that I'm weak or I'm hurt or I'm going through anything. And sometimes maybe you would do that. And that's, like I said, that's when we'd be like, oh, there's blood. Let's go. Roo, roo, roo. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, like I said, after we graduated, moved on, like, I always love my parents to death. I never wanted to end up like them, but, like, I could see my traits going back to stuff that they would do. And I didn't want that. My biggest fear was, like, that's going to happen. And I think I focused so much on, like, I can't, that I would just, like, not even
Realize that you were going down that path? Wow.
Right towards it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was what was tough for me. And then when like I said, I took some time by myself and I really started thinking about that stuff and I realized, like, yeah, that was hard to deal with as a 12-year-old while trying to stay, like,
Happy, motivated, yeah.
And, like, go to school and be like, well, I crack jokes. Always would want to make people laugh. It's always my goal. I want to have, when people leave my presence, I want to be like, dude, Austin was freaking, he said this, that, and the other, and, like, I had a great time with them. So I didn't notice that.
Do you feel like you got attention from your parents as a kid? Because it's different from, like, hey, you're my child, you're the only child, like, we can give you presents, blah, blah, blah. But, like, do you feel the reason why you do that is because you didn't get as much attention?
Are you talking, like, mental health-wise, or, like, about that situation?
Yeah, sure.
I think that we kind of, like, I think I didn't want them, like, the type of person that I am, I wanted to make sure that they knew it was okay to do what they wanted to do. Like, I would walk in, my mom would be sobbing, crying, yada, yada. I'm like, okay.
About what? Oh, just like anything in general?
Yeah, because, like, we weren't separate. I wasn't, like, separated my entire life. Like, my parents lived together up until, what, 6th grade, probably. So I watched it all go down.
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
I watched it all go down. I watched all the bad parts. So, like, I wanted to be there because I'm the only other kid in the house. Like, mom and dad are fighting. I got to go make sure, hey, you're okay and you're okay. Not really worried about myself. I just want to make sure my mom's okay and my dad's okay. So then I think that probably took, and it still happens now. Like, I don't really worry about myself too much. I make sure, like, everybody around me's good. So I'm trying to get back to, like, focusing on making sure I'm good.
Yeah, but,
I
like,
never did that back in the day.
so seeing how your parents were when you were growing up, I'm gonna talk. I'll get to your mom. Let's talk about your dad.
Yeah.
How do you view it as an adult from how that was when you were younger?
I think they should have split before I was even born. I honestly do.
Talking about specifically your dad, real quick. Just your dad.
Okay. Specifically, my dad
Like-
tweaked,
Okay.
but my mom tweaked too. You know, and, like, it was a 50-50. Like, it was just never. Some people are not meant to be together. They were not meant to be.
And that's okay when people have the healthy conversation, but different
Right,
topic.
Yeah, but, like, I think they just tried to make it work so much for me and dad, especially. I think it got bad when my dad would try and not try, like he did. Like, I'm a guy. I'm a guy. So I'm gonna want to hang out with my dad more. You know, like, if he's there, I'm gonna want to. Dad's taking me to the basketball game. Mom never went to the basketball game. My mom wasn't, like, super athletic. I would go to the gym with my mom. That's where we would connect. I lived with my mom, and that's where we would connect and be bickering and arguing back and forth. I didn't live with my dad, so I just lived with my mom. I'd go see my dad. So, like, you know how they get weekends split. Like, okay, this weekend I'm with mom, next weekend I'm with dad. Well, dad bought half-season tickets to Pacers games. So now, this weekend
He was
I'm
up
with
there.
dad.
Yeah, he was up there every time. Yeah.
So this weekend I'm with dad. Oh, well, hey, mom, dad's going to a Pacers game. So can I go there? She's like, yeah. So then I'm back with dad. So I got all this stuff to dad's side, and I never got it to mom's side, which is, like, not fair. But like I said, every time I'm going to pick to go and do stuff with my dad, just because, like I said, my dad played sports, so I'll go out and throw the football, I'll go out and shoot hoops, I'll go one-on-one with him. And that's where we would bond. So that's where like that tough love and like everything I learned from him like probably came through that. So it was neglecting that from my mom. But the way my dad handled the situation divorce wise, probably not the best. I don't think they both handled it great, but
I'm going to ask you a personal question. Do you feel like your dad grew up? And this is why I say this, Austin, is because, I mean, obviously we see Kevin as Kevin. He's really cool.
Yeah.
He's goofy, fantastic guy.
Yeah.
But I want to say it because I'm very bold. I feel like how people view masculinity is different when we look at Kevin. So like, do you feel like your dad had like a strong, like, I'm a dad? Like, does that make sense? And by the way, if you watch this, Kevin, I'm not coming at you, brother. I'm just saying, like, you know, because like we see the Austin now is literally kind of a baby Kevin, but like obviously you had to separate your mindset from his to kind of be your own. Right. So when you look at your dad as like is that something that you want to not necessarily be, but like, you understand what I'm saying?
As a father, 100%. My dad was the best father.
He was.
Now, he's probably done his own personal stuff, and there's
Right.
stuff that goes down that path that
Right.
I don't want to do.
Right.
And I think that's where, like I said, when I was by myself, I kind of looked at that and I'm like, which, like I said, everybody's going to do their own thing. And I'll always love my dad for forever. It's not going to change my views on that. As a father, he's the best father that I could ever ask for. So, in that aspect, if you're going to ask me the question, how would you parent your child? Exactly how my dad parented me. Because I feel like I turned out fine. Like, he taught me a lot of stuff, let me do my own thing and learn my own way.
You were never disappointed ever with anything?
With my dad?
Yeah.
How he, like, would treat
Yeah.
me? No. No, it taught me my lesson.
Do you feel like it's because he let you do a lot and like you just learned from it?
Yeah. Like, he let me make my own mistakes and be
Is that
like, he would have been like, if I would have told him half the stuff that I did and we did back in the day, like, Dad, I'm about to throw this party and do
Right.
He'd be like, that's the dumbest thing you could ever do. You're gonna get caught. It's not gonna work, because it's never worked when you tried to lie or do anything like that. But go ahead and let's see how it works out. And I'd do it, and I'd be like, dang.
So do you feel like the best way to parent is to let the kid do it, and then if they have questions or if they get blah blah blah, then come to you?
Unless it's some OD stuff. Like, my dad's not gonna let me go out and be shooting meth. Obviously.
I mean, duh, but yeah. So I'm not gonna lie, we had to stop for a little bit just because of, like, you know, batteries dying, whatever. So we don't know where we stopped off. So we're just gonna kind of float here.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not gonna lie to you, Austin. I don't know if the other questions are necessary.
Okay. Wow.
Just because of the conversation that we sadly had off camera.
Yeah. You can still ask them, and I can maybe give some input.
I'm going to give more statements than questions.
Okay. Yeah. And if you have questions about, like, what we just talked about, or if you want to build off that.
Yeah. So, how I viewed Austin, because I still believe that me and Austin are kind of the same, just in different areas. But how I view Austin was kind of how I view myself. It was like, in some ways we're childish and immature, blah, 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 blah. But like, there was a moment where we had to grow up. And for me, it was this last year. When was it for you?
That time where I was by myself.
Yeah. So
2-3-ish years.
So like, kind of knowing him now, or getting to know him now, it's very heartwarming to see a friend like go through life. I don't think we give our friends credit, like, you know, our friends or our moms or whatever. Like, people, we all live different lives, and I don't think we give each other enough credit for living, because like, it is a gift and it's beauty and all that stuff. But having our own thoughts, living with our own thoughts, like, it's very hard to do. So I think with you and your situation with like, like the two separate household and being by yourself, now you have a great girlfriend and understanding life now. Yeah. I really want you to know that you're doing great.
Thank you.
With what you were handed.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
And I don't think you really give yourself credit. Like, and I'm not saying that you should every day, but you should definitely be like, dang, I did go through this stuff and now I am where I am now. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to say that, if you want to.
Thank you. Yes, I do appreciate that, and I agree. Okay. And like I said, I've been told that by like I said, my beautiful girlfriend has definitely put me on to some things that I never really thought about. And yeah, I did go through stuff as a child that I would never think about back then. And I think, like I said, it contributed to the way that I acted back then, you know? So when it's different when that school stuff's over, you're done seeing the same people every day. It's a different routine. You completely, that's when you're
alone. You're alone.
So then you got to figure out, I think you really just got to figure out who you are after school, like after your routine changes up like that, you know, because I'm not going to wake up and I got an English class here in the morning and I got to do this, that, and the other. I'm going to see these same people. I got to go and figure out, who am I? I'm not English class at 8. I'm not basketball after school. And what am I?
And that's so interesting, because I think that's the reason why I hated routine, is because of school. I had to wake up. I had to be this. I had to be the jokester. I had to be blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I had to, like, I've always hated that, because I don't know if you, like, actually noticed, but in middle school, like, I was the token black kid. So because I could play the piano, because I could dance a little bit, because I could blah, 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 blah. Why are we having a freaking after school everything because of me? Right. Like, I'm in the hallway playing piano. Yeah. Every freaking, what are those things called, like, during the school? I don't know what those are called, but, like, we would all get into the freaking auditorium, and I'm just sitting there dancing on the stage. Talent shows, like, why am I there every single second? Yeah. But then, like, you know, when I got by myself, I got exhausted. Yeah. I'm like, dang, I don't know what I like. And, like, it even goes to family. Like, there's a time where my family, they weren't falling apart, but, like, we weren't communicating as much. So I was like, well, let me be the backbone of the family. Right. And I didn't have to take that. I didn't have to take that on, but I did. And then I got exhausted again. So now that I'm by myself, like, kind of looking at everything that I'm doing, I'm like, I can do what I was born to do, but how do I do it? Which is weird, because I never had the example. Like, you know, we have people who are inspirations, but inspirations, they can only go so far. Like, there's no one in my life, and I hate to say that, who I believe is doing what they want to do and, like, happy doing it. Right. So, like, when I look at our friends, when I look at our families, it's kind of sad to me, because I know that people are just like, well, this is life, let's just live it. And I'm like, you don't have to do that. But then that goes with expectation. But go ahead. I don't know if you had anything that you want.
I mean, I agree. I think, like you said, like, there's a certain point in time where you're like, I have to be this helper. And I feel like that's kind of like where we're the same as well. Like I was saying, like, when my parents were split, like, they would get in this fight and I'd have to go and be like, Mom, are you okay? Like, you're good? And I'd go like, Dad, are you okay? I'm good. Wow. What am I? I didn't care. Yeah. I didn't care. I had to make sure that, like, all right, I got Mom's okay. They're going to be okay. Like, everything's probably falling apart. They probably need to be split up. But, like, I need to make sure I'm doing what I can to make sure that they're all right. Like, you know. And they were worried about me, you know?
So you kind of, like, ignored yourself for the longest time.
Forever. Until, like I said, I got by myself, because I was not alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in a relationship for a long time, and I never had to, like, face that, I guess, until I did. And then when I did, like, that's why when we were talking off camera, like I said, my thought process completely different than what it was back then. So yeah.
So outside of, like, the girlfriend, you being by yourself, or with you being by yourself, what thoughts were going through your head? And, like,
so many different thoughts. And like I said, I was working I had a great job. I had a cake gravy job. I would get there and I would have time, like,
Tilbury?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I would have, like, so I had classes basically that I would teach. I became, like, the new hire trainer. I worked my way up in the company, and I got to, like, my max point that what I wanted to get in that company. I was sitting there in my chair and I'm like, do I want to do this until I'm 65? No, probably not. This is not what makes me happy. Like, it makes me money, but it doesn't make me happy. And that's why, like I said, love that quote that you got on the wall, because it's not about just making the money. And trust me, I found that out, brother. Sometimes we take a little dent in the old pocket, but if I'm doing what I want to do, the money will come. The money will come if you're doing what you love. I truly believe that. As long as you're happy and doing what you want, it's all, like, you can, like, manifest it basically. Like, you just stay confident in yourself, stay true to it, go after it. The money will come. You just have to stay with it.
And I think that's where me and All Star are different in the group.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but it's almost like they don't know anything else.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I had to kind of dissociate myself, was because all they knew was all they knew. Mm-hmm. And I'm grateful for my mom. I'm not saying that my dad didn't have a part, but
Right.
I'm grateful for my mom because, she kind of made me be different. Hey, go listen to classical music. Hey, go dance to this or listen to this stuff. Or, hey, did you watch that thing from 80 years ago that came out that's still like that stuff was important to me, because I'm like, dang, now I understand the world in such different ways. And I think with our friend group, they only understood the world because of school. Mm-hmm. So like, when I would be the outcast or whatever to friends or to people, is because I have a brain that's everything else in the world. Mm-hmm. All you guys have is just these streets and these walls or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I think that's where I was so mad and angry with you guys, because I don't think you guys tried to look at everything else. And then with like going back to we were talking off camera about like what do you think about having kids? And like I know I talk about this a lot, but it's not happening. Because it goes back to the whole tradition thing. You marry high school sweetheart, you have kids, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. But like, where did tradition start? Like, who told you that you have to be a mom because your body can do that? Or who told you you had to be a dad because it's in your blood? Like, where did caring about bloodline and tradition and legacy, like why does that matter to people? Or I don't know. Just kind of just talk about kids in general. You don't have to answer that stuff, but
but I mean, like, it's what you see every day, like, and I don't want to be like that guy, like, dude, social media is like brainwashing us.
No, it's brainwashing
us. Like,
brainwashing us for sure.
A lot of people want to be like, hey, me and my kids went and did this, that, and the other, and we're hearing this, like I said, the house.
Wow, yeah. We went
like,
on this vacation, and then it goes back to like mother status too, or like just status in general. So like, I'm a two kid parent. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. Like that status stuff. Keep going.
And it's like, I don't know, like, and we're in a weird spot where our friends are going to try probably soon to start having kids, the ones that are wanting to do that.
He already told me he was trying. Kobe already told me.
Yeah, which is fine. Like, and like, obviously, like, probably Jordan's coming up too. Just for me personally, and I probably, like, back in the day would have thought that I would have been fit to do it. Dude, I can't even take care of myself, bro.
Come on, bro.
I can't. I ate Wingstop today. That's it.
It was actually really good.
No, it was good. Hey, I'm not gonna tell you. Don't look at me. Hey. Okay, that's what I want to get.
No.
But Wingstop, like,
we should be eating that right now at this late.
This is what I did today. I went home, I napped, I got excited to come down here, and I ate my Wingstop. And this is what I'm doing today. I could not imagine being like, okay, I got to get home from work and I have to take care of this kid right now. Eventually, I'm probably gonna get to that point.
Yeah.
Like,
when you're more stable.
Yeah, but I think, like, you go back to tradition, like the way that the place that we grew up in, that's normal. It's normal.
But like what they don't get is that their kids having kids. You know what I mean?
So yeah. Which, like, back to like my parents and how I was raised too. My parents were growing up with me. I see how that was. But I used to be the same way. Like, I used to want to have. When I met my girlfriend, I was like, I want to have a kid at 26. I want to do this. And she's looking at me like, because me and her grew up completely different.
Yeah.
She is from the northern, like, she's the better half of Chicago, basically. And it is insane to see how different. My baby girl ain't never had Arby's in her life. She just had a McGriddle from McDonald's when we took, I swear to you.
No, she did not.
It was her first time trying a McGriddle. She's like, I don't think I've ever had like anything here. We ordered, she got like a McBiscuit or something. I don't even know what it is. I'm like, she's not going to like that. Let me order two of what I get because I know it's gas. Because that's what I grew up on. So like, me and her grew up completely different. And when I told her, like, when me and her first got together, like, kind of my views and things that I looked at, she was looking at me like, you are absolutely insane. And I was like, oh, me?
Right. Not me. I'm perfect.
Not insane.
Right.
So, but then, like I said, like, I just started thinking about it. I'm like, dang, she got some points here. Like, it doesn't have to be this, that, and the other. And not to say that, like, she's completely changed my,
Opposite
like,
or-
yeah,
yeah.
like, change how I'm looking at stuff. Like, well, obviously, me and her have our differences and stuff that we look at, but, like, we don't have to have kids. And nothing against, like, I can't wait to meet Kobe's child. I can't wait to meet Jordan's child and be like, and I hope they're like, dude, that's Uncle Austin. I'll be like, let's go. But, like, I can't do that right now. I cannot financially or probably physically take care of that right now.
And then like just like looking at the world, bro, and like I had a conversation with my friend because like she was saying how I was in fear of the world so much, but like it's because I am. You look everywhere. There's a mass shooting. There's a kid getting abducted. Women can't really do a lot. Like, who wants to be in the world and be happy with a kid here? No one really does. But I think that some people aren't bold enough to say that they didn't want to have kids.
Right.
They just had the kid and they had to take care of it.
Right, and that's like routine for them. But like you said, like you shouldn't have to worry about sending your child out into the world. And you're gonna have like it's just getting so much more common, bro. Like,
imagine your seed, your child, out there in the world, bro.
I'm terrified.
We were there, and like I was both excited and terrified, but I was way more terrified than excited.
Yeah, I couldn't. Like I said, props to my parents, mom and dad,
Same.
for like
Keeping with me because y'all could have.
And we were like, just think back to like what we used to do in 6th grade.
Come on, bro. Isn't that crazy?
Middle of the night, we out just sprinting down the street for what? And they were just like, well, just as long as you get back safe. Like they had faith that we knew what to do, dude. I would be, and they probably were. They were probably sitting in their room. Oh my gosh, I pray they get home. I pray this, that, and the other. Like,
that's why my mom would call up his dad. Like, hey, where do you live?
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
Like, bruh.
and it's so crazy. Like I said, I couldn't imagine doing that right now, and I worry about that. But again, when I look at it, think I would be a great parent.
We all would. We would. I would be. Yeah. I mean, I know I would, but like,
and I think I will. Like I said, if I decide, which I probably will. Like, I'm definitely gonna want to see little 22 out there shoot an air ball. It's all right. Like I used to do that the other day. Like, it'll be all right.
and it's crazy because like, so my sister is pregnant.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she just told us a week ago. Like, she called me crying. She's like, "Don't freak out, don't freak out." I'm like, "Okay, who just abducted her and why is she calling me?" She's like, "You're gonna be an uncle." I said, "What?" And I'm not gonna lie, people. I was heavily offended because me and my sister, we told each other, we're not doing it. Kids, no sir, we're not having them.
Yeah.
So when she said that she was having the child, I was like, you jerk. Like, what are you talking about? Now I gotta tell all these people that, now I'm gonna be the only one. And then I felt out of nowhere, I felt a huge burden. I'm like, now I gotta be an uncle. Now I gotta be and it hurt because I'm like, and if the baby was here today, that baby would be in trouble because I wouldn't know what to tell it. And like that, and that's the same thing when it goes back to kids. Like, I don't know what to tell my kid other than the experience I've had, which obviously all the parents and all that stuff do. Right. But it's like, I've messed up so much.
Oh, so much.
I can only tell you right from wrong, but is it right or wrong? You never know.
And it's just, I don't know. And like I said, maybe when you get to be like, meet your, do we know?
She doesn't know yet.
Boy or girl. Okay. Either when you become an uncle, like that might change the way, or maybe when you meet somebody, it'll change the way that you look, and maybe you'll want to have a kid one day. But like,
Austin,
it's fine. If you don't want to, I completely understand.
Okay,
I'm saying, like, things can happen.
Everyone says that, and I 100% agree. There is nothing in this world that will ever want me to have a child.
That's fair. That's fine.
I just can't. Fine. I just literally, I probably am way too in fear of the world to do it. Nothing. Yeah. When I say nothing in this world I can't do it. Go ahead. I'm gonna let Austin talk.
No, it's fine. Like I said, well, I think there'll probably be a day where, like, unless the world is just complete garbage,
we're there right now.
It's probably true. But like, I don't know. I would like to like have a kid and raise that kid, like, because that would be like, I feel like I've done, and maybe that's what people feel like I've done my job, like I've raised this child to, like, I feel proud of myself. That's what I've brought this kid into this world, raised them up. They've done so well. So I think maybe one day I will get to that point. So we'll see. But as of right now, like I said, or I might go, I might call you up 20 years down the line, hey, brother, still no kid here. You want to come hang out?
Still no kid here.
Want to come hang out, dude? I got nothing going on today. So, I don't know. We'll see.
So, for all the viewers who are out there, we're going to kind of get to like a closing statement or whatever. I'm actually kind of glad that this episode turned out the way it did, because I had, expectations in me just never meet. So like, I always have an expectation of something because like I want the content to always be good. But I think for once I was able to just enjoy my friend.
Sweet.
Not trying to be emotional here because I care about this guy a lot, bruh. One of the, I have a lot of memories with Austin, but I think one that stuck with me the most is when your grandma passed away.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen Austin be emotional ever, and I think that was that 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah.
Or freshman.
No, you might be right. Yeah, it was freshman year.
Freshman year.
Yeah.
Because like we were training every day with basketball, and like things were going good, and then I think I was spending the night at this house.
Yep.
And then like we were in the living room, and out of nowhere he comes in crying like, what happened? He's like, and I was like, dang.
Yeah.
And like kind of sharing that moment with my friend, and growing up to see where like where we are now, it's just so wholesome to kind of see how life is. And I try to make sure that every episode is like good with entertainment, and it's also serious and all that stuff. But I think for once it was just kind of, it felt good to rekindle an old friendship.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's very important for me to do this with him, because I think for the longest, like even going back to Kobe and Jordan and Jaden and Kelly, Lane, Jamal, Isaiah, like you guys were the realest friends I've ever had in my life, regardless of how I felt that you guys treated me. At the end of the day, you guys would invite me to stuff. You guys would always check up on me, even to this day. Like, Austin's not the only one. Kelly does it. Lane does it. Jamal does it. Jordan does it. Kobe, we still got to talk. But I know even, with everybody, it's always love. Like, there's no ill intent. There's no nothing. So I genuinely want to say to everyone out there I just named, thank you guys. Austin, thank you for being a part of my childhood. Like, great memories. Oh my God, like great memories. Everything I can think of, I'm not gonna name right now, but great memories. Do you have anything you want to ask?
Yeah, let me think of a.
Yeah, take your time. You got 2 questions you can ask me, brother.
Okay, all right. Let's see.
And this would all be edited out, so you.
That's okay. So I got time.
Yeah, you got time.
Okay, bet. Because I have something in mind. I just don't know how I want to word it.
Mm-hmm. You let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Okay. What?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
What is like all of this right here? How, if you could go, I gotta figure out how to word this question, I guess, because I'm stumbling over my words. How proud of you are yourself? Have you like reflected on like how much you've actually done, like and got with this stuff, how far you've gotten and how committed you've stayed to it? Like, have you really appreciated it yet?
No.
'Cause you've done, like I said, I will give you your flowers, brother. I am so proud of you. Like, I come in and I see this stuff and I'm like, dude, I knew he could do this stuff all along. I've tried to like give you, and like I said, I've said some probably harsh things to you throughout the years, but like I said, it's all love. I've always thought that you could do this. I've always thought that it's going to work for you. Like, you've had that determination. So I want to make sure that you're giving yourself your flowers and maybe taking a step back and being like, wow, like look at how far I've come. Look at how many people I've had on this pod, how this is going. Like, I love it. I love it. So have you stepped back and seen that yet?
No. And I think one of the main reasons why, and like,
It's all right.
I hate being honest on this freaking
Gotta do it.
podcast,
Gotta do it.
there's a lot of stuff I haven't let go. The friend group is one, the family is another. past relationships with people is another. And I feel like until I'm able to, because I'm at peace with like myself, but either what I've done to people or what people have done to me, I'm not at peace with.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in my mind there has to be a resolve to everything.
Right.
So like me and Austin, we grew up, stuff happened, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, this is our resolve.
Yeah.
But I don't need that. So am I proud of myself? Yes, because like I got to a place where I'm like, okay, like, you know, all last year it was mostly focusing on what can I actually do. So I did challenge videos, basketball videos, whatever videos, like. But now I know my true, I guess, calling would be podcasting, streaming, and like basketball in the future, which is that's about to be hung up quick. But like just seeing how I'm able to connect with people, like I was literally on the phone with my aunt, and she was saying like, she was like, dang, like you know so many people. And I was like, dang, I actually really do, like from all walks of life. And I don't think that I understand my impact as much as I think I do. And not saying that like I change people's lives, but I do think I, cliche to say it, impact them. But no, I don't take a step back because I really want to get to the place where like I can call everybody up and be like, hey, I need you to take off a month of work. I'll pay all your bills. Let's just go travel just for a month or whatever. And that's something I really want to do, especially with like the friend group and like my family. Like,
absolutely.
I haven't got a chance to just go be with you guys. So I think, you know, that is the only way I'll be able to take a step back is if I spend more time with you guys, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I hold up that I haven't. So
and like a thing that I'll say with that, because like I kind of resonate with that a little bit. Like you have to enjoy the journey and recognize the journey that you're on is everything.
I have to enjoy the now, which is hard.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and like I was saying here, or like earlier in the pod, like, what can I do today that like I can make sure that like I'm good tomorrow? Like I am proud of that. I don't have to look on the past or into the future. And literally, I got it. Like I don't know if like that I look down at every day to try and like make myself.
By the way,
remember.
It's a tattoo that says the journey is everything. I just want to make sure that people get that.
Yes, I'm sorry, I forgot. You know, I'm showing you like, hey, brother,
hey, look at this.
Right. So, but yeah, like I look down at that and like the journey is everything. That's where you're doing all of your learning. It's where you're making all of your progress, and it's not going to be like flatline straight up. It's popped, and I've done this. Like you've been grinding this whole time. It's going to get. And you may drop a pod that like blows up, or you may drop a TikTok clip that blows up, and that's what puts you on. But like, think about all that work that you've done that's gotten you to that point. It didn't happen out of coincidence. You know, you put that into the universe, and it's going to give it back to you.
And it's very now that you do say it, like I did step back recently, like looking at, like you said, you know, like have you looked at how many people you've had on, blah blah blah. Like this is my 39th episode, people.
That's wild.
That is freaking insane.
40 coming up. Wow.
I would have never saw that I do anything this long, because I'm a forgettable person. So like, for example, I have a hole in this t-shirt. I'm probably about to throw it away as soon as this episode's done, because like I'm that like I'm replaceable. That's the word I was looking for. I'm very replaceable. But like, I think that's why I made such grudges with people, is because like, okay, I can hate you forever, but I'll still have a friend over here, so I don't really have to worry about you, but I still hate you. Like that's how I looked at the world, and how like I looked at my stuff. It's like, if I break a light, if I misplace a microphone, I'll go buy another one. But I need to be grateful with wow, thank you, Austin.
Yes, man. Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Needed that.
Second question.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
But I'll let you know.
No, I have nothing.
I'll think of my second coming up here. I don't know. Should I give like a goofy one now,
bruh? This is your time, bruh.
'Cause I don't know. I feel like that one was like a good. I liked that. I liked.
Do what you want, bruh. I'm listening.
Make sure you step back and notice that you've been definitely grinding it out here.
Thank you.
Let's see. I'll think of another one here.
I don't like that laugh.
I gotta think of a good one.
While he's thinking real quick,
Yeah.
I want everyone to go encourage Austin to do something with video. I think Austin's personality can really not only change his life, but like I think he'd be really good at it. I think he has a great
Thank you.
TV personality.
Thank you.
Just want to say that. But go ahead.
I'll definitely have to get into it. Maybe
Like,
we can do
really-
another pod at some time or stream together. We should definitely do like an album. Like when we know something like big is about to
Yeah,
drop,
just let me know.
We can come in, we can figure
Because
that out.
I'm doing one with my friend because Gun's coming out soon.
Okay, fair. Okay,
I don't know who else coming out this
the
year.
last one, because this kind of goes back to. I already know. I feel like I already know your answer for this one. But going back, do you remember back in the day when we would go in the basement, probably 2 a.m, put a beat on, and we would freestyle and record it
For hours.
for hours?
We used to. It started at his mom's house, and then we went to his dad's house.
And it
'cause, like,
was
Austin is the first person I've met besides my sister who knew the words to everything you put on, bro. Everything you put on, Austin knew the words. So I was like, how do you know so much music? Country, rap, soft ballad,
yeah.
bruh, everything.
And then they
Like,
asked me 4 times 8, I'd be like,
bro, but like, I thought that was the most impressive things I've ever seen in my life. I was like,
Right.
dang, how do you know so much music? But yes, bro, like,
Dude, I love that.
we were really into like mashups,
Yeah, absolutely.
and that's how it started.
And so out of that, me, Chewy, Kobe, JB, who's got the best freestyle, you think, if you put it on right now? If we got back together, reunion night, and we're going in the
out of all of us, including me, or
no,
just
no,
you guys?
not you. I want to know, and I hope I know the answer to this from our past. Hold on.
Who's
This is what I know.
last?
Who's last?
Who's last is Jordan. That's not even
Okay.
close. Jordan,
JB, love you, brother.
Jordan
I don't
is
think it's
the
coming with heat.
corniest dude
I don't think it's going with heat.
in, like, bruh. I could be like, hey, Jordan, like, bro, I have cancer. I have cancer, Jordan. He'll be like, he'll send me a text back. Bruh, you got this. Fire emoji, fire emoji.
Prayer hands.
Prayer hands.
I
will,
You're gonna make it through it. Prayer hands. You got it.
Bro, I'm like, Jordan, I'm about to die, bro.
Yeah.
You got this. Prayer hands.
That's crazy. There's a little devil on it. I'm like, oh man.
Jordan
JB.
is the corniest.
Literally, I just texted him to be like to get. I think we're gonna golf tomorrow or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
or
yeah.
on Sunday, something
Yep.
like that. I knew and I can tell when he's like not texting me, like when he just be like not really messing with me. Every single text that Jordan Bailey will send to you will have an emoji. It is guaranteed.
And it's always 3 of them.
Oh,
or
he's
2.
locked.
It's either 2 or 3 of them. If it's 3, he's really not messing with you. If it's 2, he's really excited. It's backwards.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know why.
He's never won. It's never won.
Never
there.
won.
But yeah,
Never.
he's dropping that. So yeah, JB's definitely last. I want to know.
JB's definitely last. Okay,
Yeah.
right after JB.
Love you though, Jordan.
I had to go Kobe.
Man.
I hate to say it, Kobe. I don't think you really got anything, but I know that you'd be better than Jordan. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
like Kobe, like I don't think Kobe has rhythm. First of all, like
Dang.
I know he's black, but like
Dang.
I've never seen Kobe like 2-step or nothing,
Wow.
like anything. But Kobe, he's the second to last. I think Kelly,
Chewy's coming in.
and then you,
Oh man.
and then I gotta put me up there,
I
bro,
put you up there.
just because I'm him. But like,
I would put you up
yeah, I don't know, bro. Maybe one day in the future, like when I do stream, me and Austin will kind of freestyle because, like, bro, it's been decades.
I
bro.
wish we had the audio from those days.
I wish we had the video too, bro.
Oh, wow.
bro. Okay, last thing before we go, people. Ex-girlfriend. We were outside of the dance. You remember this?
Oh my gosh.
That was the most iconic
I have to
duo
remember it.
ever, bro. We were outside of her dance. Were we freshmen?
Yes. And shut the dance down.
From the outside.
From the outside.
Bruh, we were turned, bro. We were outside dancing, and then I think you did you text Dakota like hey, come out here or something,
Something
like
like that. I don't know. I like.
that? Oh no! I remember. Okay, so like as the dance was ending, like the parents came up.
Yeah.
Everyone's phones was on. We were dancing to music. I'm like,
And
bro,
was
we
record-
are
we recorded the
famous.
entire
And
time.
then, bro, do you remember when we went to the Clark County Fair and we got hypnotized?
Oh, that was comedy.
We
Oh, my
went
God.
viral, bro. Cause like, bro, he told everyone to go to sleep. The first thing I feel was Austin doing this. I'm like,
I'm not out. I'm not out.
what? He's like, bro, do you feel it? I'm like, heck no, bro. We got viral that day. I do remember that.
I just couldn't. I was so like
I didn't believe
bamboozled.
it. Yeah, I was
He
like,
said, and sleep, and I'm like, I'm not sleeping.
I don't feel it.
I don't want to get. So I had to make sure I
feel
see. Are you sleeping? I don't know if I'm sleeping. So he was like, no. So
Bruh,
anything that he
birthday.
told us to do, we was on it, just because that's how we are.
Yes,
oh my
bro.
gosh.
Yeah, because I remember he told us to wake up. He literally tapped both of us. He's like wake up and be agents. I was like, Austin, I'm about to go crazy, bro.
It was wow. That
Bruh.
just brought back a memory. Yeah, that was good times.
But
Great times.
If this episode doesn't show you anything, is to definitely reach out. Austin, reach out to me. I probably was never gonna reach out to Austin just because I try to hold like a respect, because I don't know if people have like a boundary or a line or anything. But if you're thinking about someone or whatever, especially friend wise, go talk to that person. Something my mom and my aunt had taught me recently is if you think someone has a problem with you, go to that person.
Yes.
So even though this is not what I'm saying, I appreciate Austin for reaching out and wanting to do this with me. And because I kept telling him like you're not ready, because I'm like, I wanted to have the hardest hitting questions, but I think it was just good to have a conversation, because I think that's what I needed after all these years. So thank you, brother.
Yes, absolutely. Love you, big
Appreciate it. Love you too, bro.
Yes, sir.
Episode 39. I appreciate you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will link Austin's Instagram. Do you want me to link your Instagram?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I will link. Go ahead.
I don't know if you know that, but I am certified personal trainer. If
He's
certified! Anybody out there looking to get some gains, hit me up. Bring some help and fit me. I'm on that boy. Oh, with it.
I will link all this stuff down below in the comments. Thank you guys again for watching. Let's continue to grow. Let's continue to create. It is NOIZ.I TV and
Austin.
we are out.
Peace.